YouTubes, YouTubes. What up, though? It's your boy Trucker Black, aka Freddie Black. Just call me Freddie. I just want to take a minute to talk about what truck driving has done for me, what it's doing for me, what it's going to do for me. I mean, before I got into truck driving, I was like at a real low point in my life, very low point. Going through a divorce, I wasn't working. My kid's mother was like kicking me in the ass, talking shit to me about my kids. I mean, I was going through a lot of shit. Let me stop cussing. I was going through a lot of stuff. Mainly, I was broke. I didn't have no money. And I told myself I was not going to accept another dead-end job. I was tired of working dead-end jobs. I was tired of working jobs that wasn't leading me anywhere. And I was tired of working jobs that wasn't offering me anything. I wanted something that was more than a job, more of a career. I wanted something that was going to pay me enough money where I can start to invest money into myself, into things that I love doing, to my passions which is photography, videography. Those are my passions. Radio, those are my passions. I want to go back to doing my own radio show. I want to invest in my photography company. I want to invest in my videography, getting better camera equipment and things of that nature. And most importantly, I want to be able to do for my kids, more for my kids. I wanted my kids to have the things that they needed, but I wanted to be able to provide the things that they wanted, their wants, the things that make them happy, the things that they just really wanted, that make them smile. And I was at a point in my life where I couldn't do that. I spent about 2.5 months just looking for something, just looking. And it was in my face the whole time, because for a whole year I was getting these truck driving ads through my Facebook feed. I'm like, man, truck driver, I ain't trying to be no truck driver. I ain't messing with that. And then my final two options that I gave myself was either be a truck driver or be a police officer. And my kids didn't want me to be a police officer, so I didn't go that route. I chose the truck driving route because even though it's kind of dangerous, it's less dangerous than being a police officer. Now, when I go home, I can do things for my kids that just make them smile, make them laugh, and make them completely happy. Because last time I went home for my kids, I haven't seen my kids since Christmas. I have 4 kids, about 2 different women. 3 of my kids, I was married to their mother for 14 years, who I'm currently going through a divorce with right now. We're not together. I went home for Christmas. I bought my 3 youngest kids iPhones. I bought them iPhones. I bought all 3 of them iPhones. They was for a whole year. They was like, we want iPhones. All their friends had iPhones, and they just had, you know, the bullcrap Metro PCS phones. And it was like every 3 months they was getting new cheap phones because the phones were just crappy. And they was like, Dad, when you start truck driving, can you buy us some iPhones? And I made a promise to him. I was like, you know what? I promise y'all, when I start truck driving and I start making good money, I'm gonna buy y'all some iPhones. Came home for Christmas, took them to the store, bought them all iPhones. My 3 youngest kids, bought them iPhones. The ages 11, 12, and my daughter's about to be 14. She's not the oldest, she's the second oldest. She's about to be 14. I bought them all iPhones. Then my oldest son, he wanted some shoes. He like, can you get me some Jordans? He's like, I want some Jordans for Christmas. I'm like, all right. He didn't know exactly, it was 2 pair of Jordans that he was looking at that he wanted. He didn't know exactly which ones he wanted, so I bought both of them. I bought the Jordan 11s and the 13s. Took them all 4 of my kids, took them out to the movies, took them out to eat. All in all, when I came back for Christmas, I spent probably close to $1,100. $1,100. It was a time where I spending $1,100 on my kids in one weekend was just unheard of. something that I could never make happen. Spent $1,100 in one weekend and still had money left over. This time when I go back home, I'll be going home in a couple days. My youngest three kids, they want Jordans. They're like, Dad, can you get us some Jordans? Because, all their friends rock Jordans, and they wanted some Jordans. They get good shoes and stuff, but they didn't get those good top of the line shoes. And all three of them, they want top of the line retro Jordans. They send me pictures. Text me the picture of the shoes that you want, and I'm gonna get them for you. They text me the pictures. I'm like, damn. They all want the retro Jordans, the ones that, if you my age, I'm 37. If you was coming up when Jordan was playing, they want those Jordans. They want the retros. And then they don't just want the retros. They want the retros that's like the upgrade retros, the colorful ones. Like my youngest son, he want the gold and white Jordan 11s retro. My youngest son, he want these all red Jordan Flights, the very first Jordans. My daughter, she want the 11s. They like black and purple with some sweet design. Price tag all these shoes all together is gonna cost me at least a good $500. And then my oldest son, he want a pair of LeBron James. So this is something that truck driver has been able to provide for me. He's been able to make me happy, because my happiness, I always tell people, you can't make yourself happy, and you can't make anyone around you happy until you can make yourself happy. You figure out how to make yourself happy, and you can make people around you happy. My happiness is my kids. I love to see my kids smile. I love to see them happy. I just love to see them being kids. I want to be able to do things for them that, my parents couldn't do for me, because it was five of us. I came up in a middle class household. It was five of us, but a lot of the times I didn't start getting name brand shoes until it was like me and my brother, and my older sisters were all out of the house. Either my two youngest sisters who are older than me, they were living with my mother, and my older sister, she was graduated high school. She had gotten married, and she was on her own. Me and my brother was the only two, and it was me, my brother, and my stepmother, who I considered my mother until she passed away, but that's my mother. So, it's just, my kids are my happiness. That's what makes me, being able to put a smile on my kids' face puts a smile on my face. And ever since I started truck driving, I've been making good money, and I've been able to go home and put smiles on my kids' face, and I get off on it. I completely get off on that. Being able to go in stores and just buy stuff for my kids that not that they need, but that they want. Of course their needs are taken care of, going to be taken care of, but their wants, the things that they want, being able to go in stores and do that and just buy them what they want, put such a smile on my face, because I see them happy. They getting the things that they want. They getting the things that they see their friends in school, or people that's not their friends, just other kids have that they want. And now I'm able to do that for my kids, something that, like I said, spending $1,100 in one weekend on my kids was unheard of. $1,100 was like the bills for the month. And half the time, I had trouble making that happen, let alone being able to spend that type of money on my kids. So that's something that being in truck driving has been able to help me do. And it just makes me happy to no end. And I'm going to continue to do that. And that's just what I wanted to talk about, just what truck driving has been able to allow me to do. And I enjoy it, and I'm going to keep on doing it.